I'm the director of Die Mommie Die at Short North Stage. Die Mommie Die is a hilarious comedy by Charles Busch, who, in my opinion, is the master of homaging mid-century movies. In each of his plays, he's able to focus on a different genre or subgenre of American film. In Die Mommie Die, he's homaging something called hag horror or hagsploitation. And these are the films that were made sort of in the early 60s all the way through the early 70s, and they featured grand dames and actresses that were past their prime, like Joan Crawford or Bette Davis or Tallulah Bankhead. And when they were no longer box office buffo, they were sort of shipped off to these B horror films.
Really? I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself anymore. I don't see any face at all, just hair and makeup and some very important jewelry.
My name is Doug Joseph and I'm playing Angela Arden. Angela realizes that her life is in a vice. She's trapped. Her career has gone down the hill, down the skids, and she realizes that a change needs to take place for her own happiness.
Charles Busch uses the House of Atreus story to frame what he's doing in Die Mommie Die with many of the characters, many of the situations in the play. And so you see direct parallels between characters like Saul and Agamemnon, a character like Angela and Clytemnestra.
I destroyed him. You turned that kid into a pathetic weakling with all your smothering. Not to mention the screwed up wiring in his brain. I will not have you malign my son. Face it, he's a weirdo. The headaches, the sudden rages. You did this to him.
Ralph Scott and I am playing the movie mogul Saul B. Sussman. He is, I would almost say he's the antagonist. He's the villain, he's the king. He is, he sucks.
We can only go so far. I will pet your dingle, but I intend to remain intact.
My name is Erin Mellon, and I'm playing Edith. Edith doesn't have a very good relationship with her mother, but she definitely is Daddy's little girl in more ways than one.
They said I was a bad influence.
On the other students?
On the faculty. They said I was a sexual magnet.
I am Johnny, and I am playing Lance Sussman, the son of Angela and Saul Sussman. You know, Lance, he's a good-looking guy, I hope, and he's a free spirit, but he's not quite all there. Lance is one of those characters that you can't quite put your finger on where he's coming from, but everyone kind of wants to put their finger on him.
I've always fancied myself such a cool cat, the swinger, never without the perfect cufflink cocktail. Who the hell am I kidding? I'm just the good-for-nothing son of a drunken Irish pool-room hustler.
My name is Nick Lingnowski. I am playing Tony Parker. I think my favorite way to describe him is he's referred to as Miss Angela Arden's gigolo. He's a very affectionate person. He's a very loving person. He loves Angela very much. And as we come to find out, also may happen to love several of her other family members.
Oh, Mr. S., he who is without hope must find sustenance in the bounties of the earth. You come with me into the kitchen. Got some chocolate chip cookies still warm for the oven, just the way you like them. You heard me, Mr. S. March!
My name is Josie Merkel, and I play Bootsy. Bootsy has been in their household for a lot of years. I think she says at one point 25 years. So she's been an observer of this family. She has seen what goes on, shall we say, in all of the rooms? Under the covers, perhaps?
Merci.
I think directing Charles Busch is such a thrill. As you start working with the actors and coaching the comedy and the nuts and bolts of the scenes, you start to see this transformative event happen where you're laughing every time you watch it, so you can only imagine what an audience is going to feel the first time they see it.
What I mostly love about doing comedy in Charles Busch plays is I adore working with Doug Joseph. Doug and I, it's like working with brothers.
Working with Ralph Scott is such a challenge. It's rammed down my throat on a regular basis for one and only reason. The man is taller than I am.